Welcome to Taro and Tea, Tea Sippers. Welcome to Taro and Tea, Tea Sippers. Welcome to Taro and Tea. Welcome, Tea Sippers. Yeah, it's the podcast, baby. Wagwan. Wagwan people, Wagwan tea sippers, how you all doing? I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling airy. I hope you're feeling great in yourself. I hope you're feeling good. All right, because you know what it's about. I hope you got your tea. I hope you're staying hydrated. If you've got your water, if you got a little something, I hope you've got it, okay? We're about to kind of start the next podcast. So you know what we're going to do. Wagwan up in here, yeah? Good. Right, so what we're going to focus about, I pulled out a card. I feel like I need to talk about it as well, is to see me, which is the proverb today. To see me and to live with me is two different things. So in Patois, to see me and live with me are two different things. That just means to see me and live with me are two different things, two different somethings, basically. So what does that mean? What does it mean? What is it telling us? It's really kind of looking into the whole idea that you only get to know someone and understand who they fully are once you take that time to get to know them, take that time to really invest and understand, okay, why do you do this? Why is your routine like that? Oh, I don't do things like that. I have a set routine I might look into doing when I'm washing or when I'm cooking or etc. Or understanding even the way how we love one another, how we show love one another. Because you have to, when we go on dates, let's say for example, when we go on dates now, when you go on a date, you're only showing one part of you. The aim is to show the best of you, so that it's almost like you're a salesperson. So you are selling your best self, or ultimately you are selling your best self, so that person can kind of see like, okay, this is Wagwan. You remember? We're all about Wagwan here. So this is what's going on with this person. This is what this person is like. Okay, I really like this person. I really like how I can connect with them. We have chemistry. We have the same kind of commonalities. We like the same things. We laugh about the same things. We find the same things funny. It's all about that time of you selling your best self. You looking good. You looking good throughout that process of courting, dating, getting to know someone. Yeah, that's all part of the kind of the regime of the dating regime, is that you're taking that time to get to know someone. And it's a wonderful time. Like that time, it's all like butterflies. Everyone's like feeling good. You're getting to know one another. You're enjoying that time. But it's also a time where the two, let's say if it's two people coming together, that again, it's about the best. But is the best that we are seeing, is it the true authentic self? And this is the kind of like the nooks and the cranny that we're really gonna kind of talk about in this podcast today. Is that really who we are seeing? So when we are going on these dates, or whenever we're just meeting people and meeting new people that then develop these kind of like either romantic or strong relationships with, are these people the people, do they stay the same once you get to know them, and then you invite them into your home, into your safety, into your place into your place of peace? Oof, that right there is the powerful stuff. Are they the same? Are they the same when they are in your place of peace? And this is where we have to really kind of think, and you go, you know what? There's been times where there's been people that I can think, no, actually, to see them and see how they act when I've actually got to know them, whether it could be that the lack of consistency, how they were courting me, how they were dating me, how they were kind of all friending me up. And that's kind of like basically saying, how they were like always doing everything to kind of make you feel good or make you feel included, thoughtful, doing everything to create a kind of like a strong friendship. And then as soon as they kind of start to get to know you a bit more, you get a bit more acquainted with them, a bit more comfortable with them, you start to see that, hold up a minute, this person's not doing what, this person is changing. And you might start to recognize it because you feel like, well, hold up a minute, I'm still being consistent here. What's going on? What's going on here? And I think it's really important to kind of, when we do build relationships with people, when we do take the time to kind of meet people that are new, whether it's like a work relationship, a romantic relationship, any type of relationship, taking that time to get to know people. But then also, it's also for us to get to know ourselves fully. Because just as much as we need to take that time to know the people around us and know our circle, it's very important to know yourself. And I always feel like to know yourself is like being comfortable on your toilet. Let's just picture yourself on the toilet. That is where you are the most, if anything, let's say the most comfortable, or on your bed where there's just no one around, it's just you. And you can actually just think, wow, this is me. This is me in my kind of full authenticity. And this is where it's like recognizing, are you comfortable with that person? Or are you comfortable with in yourself, like wholeheartedly, from your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit? Are you comfortable with yourself? Are you in love with yourself? Do you trust yourself? So that when you start to feel and think and feel that way, it helps you to then also be mindful of who you have around. Because again, yes, it like I said, it goes through that process of where you start to, when you're getting to know someone, it's all about how they are towards you, how they look towards you, how they feel, like everything. It's all, you're all getting to know one another. But ultimately, it's again recognizing whoever you then decide to build those relationships with, recognize that there's going to be a period, or that transition period, where that person can then become a bit more comfortable over time and start to show who they really are. But however, they may give you clues in the beginning. You might get some kind of clues, or you might get some kind of, like in Jamaican culture, we have this kind of thing where we say, oh, my spirit didn't take this person. My spirit didn't take this person. That is kind of like a way of kind of almost saying that it's more about the energy that when you're around this person, that you feel your energy can either feel flustered, slightly agitated, or uncertain, or you can get the feeling of where you feel uplifted, you feel energized. And I don't know about you as a collective, I'm sure you may have come across those kind of like where, sometimes it's like when you're around somebody, it feels like they just drain out all of the energy out of you. And then you have some people that just uplift you and make you feel good, that make you feel airy. Yeah? Again, That's what we're all about, all about the uplifting, all about the love and light. That is the type of feeling that we want to feel all the time. Yeah? So in translation, what I just said is that is just the feeling that we want to feel all the time. You want to feel uplifted. You want to feel rejuvenated, energized. When you're around people, you want to feel good. You want to feel uplifted. You want to feel right, And as you said, right in your spirit. That energy, your energy feels good. And this is the kind of thing that we have to, sometimes it could be even just listening, be observant, watching how people are around you. See how they are. Are they consistent? But are you consistent? So it's a case of not looking at the other, but looking at yourself as well, and recognizing if there's anything that we can do differently or we can do to kind of make things better in ourselves, so that we can then recognize, yep, this is the type of, how is it put it? We could say this is the type of kind of what we want for ourselves. So it's like recognizing that if you want to feel good, then do things that's going to make you feel good, like feel positive, going out, going for a walk, talking to a friend, catching up, maybe watching a movie, getting to know oneself, putting some time in your self-love regime to love on yourself. But so then, you can attract more of that into your life, into your existence, but also taking the time to get to know the people around you as well. So if they are those type of people that you can say, right, you know what, I like this man or I like this woman, and, we vibe on well, and we've talked about what we want from the very beginning. And again, being, using your intention, and intention is such a powerful thing. Once you start that from the very get-go, from the very beginning, if you, especially about healthy boundaries as well, if you put that in the forefront right in the beginning, it's like, well, I know where I stand, you know where I stand. So we're not going to get no kind of like foolishness going on where it's like, as time goes by, you progress, you get to know one another, but then you don't really know one another until you're like, rotted. We're living together now and we don't get along. Oh my gosh. It takes that time to really get to know someone. And I'm not saying ultimately it's kind of like you're testing one another, but you kind of are, where in sense of you're learning about one another. You're learning about, what this person likes, what this person doesn't like, and vice versa. They're also learning about you. But it's important that, to recognize that to see me and live with me is two different things. It's two different things. It's about you taking time to know thyself. You got to know yourself before you make those the ultimate big decisions, or even if it's like going into business with someone, make sure you know, and rightfully take your time, use your discernment. Is this right for me? Can I actually lay in bed with this person, or and make plans with this person? Can I actually do all these things with this person? Is this right for me? And you have to really take those time as a collective to really take back and look and reflect and go, I don't know. I need to take some time, to take some breather and really get to know. Let me get to know you first. Let me get to really understand why you think. Don't rush into things. Don't, sometimes it's like with the Fool card. Like, let's say, for example, the Fool card is that whole stuff about taking risks. And, if you see an opportunity, take it. Yes, but use your discernment. Just because something looks good, like I said, you can go on a date. The man or woman can sweet you up, You feel, oh my gosh, I feel sweet after I come after that date. Or I feel sweet after that business venture or something. But remember, use your discernment. It's just like similar with business. People who want to buy into a business, they use their due diligence, because it's that taking that time to write, you know what, yeah, I like this deal, but I still need to get to know A to Z, the nooks and crannies. I need to understand everything before I can really say, yes, I'm going to sign up to it. I'm going to join up to it. You have to take that time to really recognize, is this something that you want? And trust your intuition. This is one of the key words for me is always trust your intuition. Get connected with your intuition. If you get any type of feeling, and again, with your spirit, or how you feel like, oh, my spirit, your energy don't feel good, and you kind of notice it, it's like this kind of tingling sensation, or your stomach, or you feel like anything. Sometimes it could be anything that just makes you feel this don't feel right. Trust it, because sometimes even if our mind or our body we might be in slight confusion, our body has a way of giving us signs, or we might see synchronicities. We might hear something that someone has said that has made us feel like, you know what, I should maybe take some time to really get to know someone, or before I sign a piece of paper, before I agree to this. Let's say if you're going to go to a house and you're moving in with somebody, maybe let me take some time to before I sign anything and agree to anything, let me make sure I've done my due diligence so I can see if this is right for me. Because again, if I go back to that proverb, to see me and to live with me is two different things. So this is what I want us as a collective, but also as a collective, as the Wagwan collective, to the Wagwan people, people who just hearing this for the first time, and to the Wagwan tea sipper them, I want you to really take that time. Is there any examples or anything that you could think of in your, like, that maybe you've experienced that you think, yeah, you know what, that was a moment or a time where I could have really, I can really reflect now and can see that, yes, this was exactly what I needed to do at this moment of time. Maybe to take some extra time, think about it before I agree or before I sign up. Because ultimately, it's kind of almost like putting your trust into something, and you're not 100% certain if that situation is right for you. So this is what, I think as a collective, this is what the message for the collective. And I hope you found it useful. And I really want you to kind of just even look at things, if it could be in your current everyday situations or things that has happened in the past, and just reflect on it and just see if there's anything there where you think, you know what, I could use that proverb to really help me in this area, and think, you know what, maybe I like this person, or I think this is a good business deal, or this sounds like a really good plan to go somewhere or do something, but let me take some time to step back, think about it before I move and make my step. Yeah, because ultimately, that as a collective, that is what we're all about. We're all about growth. We're all about love and light. Yeah. Also understanding Patois, because that's also ultimately, it's like, you'll understand Patois. You'll understand, but also just want you to kind of take that time to think about it, and then go, yeah, you know what, in this scenario, let me just take a step back and think about it before I then move on and then make my decision, because I want to make sure that I've assessed all avenues and this is a right for me. Yeah, so you're well informed, and so that you are confident in your area, and as well as making sure you're protecting yourself as well, because that's what it's all about, So I hope, to the collective, that you found this useful, and I look forward to catching up with you again on the next podcast. So take care, Look after yourselves. Stay irie and wagwan. All right then. Take care. Bye for now.